Tartaria, Old World stones, Lake Lanier, the Ozarks, and the question of what was buried beneath the water. God bless. The wizard sat on the front porch, listening carefully. The video spoke of drowned towns, flooded valleys, buried evidence, and old civilizations hidden beneath reservoirs. The cats wandered nearby, unconcerned. Cats, the wizard knew, had probably already seen the lost civilizations and simply refused to comment. The question beneath the water. The wizard had heard this pattern before. A dam is built. A valley is flooded. Officially, the reason is flood control, drinking water, hydroelectric power, navigation, recreation, and often, those reasons are real. But the wizard also knew that when water rises, it does not only cover trees and roads. It covers cemeteries, foundations, old towns, indigenous sites, burial mounds, roads, bridges, churches, family farms, and sometimes whole chapters of memory. Lake Lanier is a strong example close to home. Gwinnett County notes that the government moved 250 families, 20 cemeteries, 15 businesses, and 6 churches for the lake. Other accounts describe Oscarville and other structures left beneath the water. The Ozark Pattern The Ozark claim was more complex. The video suggested that dams such as Bull Shoals, Table Rock, Norfork, Beaver, and Greers Ferry may have flooded valleys rich in archaeological evidence. The official Army Corps explanation for Bull Shoals and Norfork emphasizes flood risk reduction and power generation after major White River flooding between 1915 and 1927. But archaeological records do exist around these reservoir regions. One archive listing includes cultural resource and archaeological surveys connected to Norfork Dam, Greers Ferry Lake, and other Army Corps projects. So the wizard wrote, "The power argument may explain why dams were built. The deeper question is whether enough was preserved before the waters rose." The wizard's balanced view. The wizard did not jump immediately to cover up, but he also did not dismiss the concern. He saw 3 possibilities. Practical infrastructure explanation. The valleys were chosen because river geography made them suitable for dams. Cultural loss through negligence. Archaeology, cemeteries, and communities may have been undervalued compared with power, water, and development. Intentional concealment or selective preservation. Some evidence may have been quietly submerged, removed, or poorly documented because it challenged preferred historical narratives. The wizard knew the truth might be a mixture. The Old World, Tartarian thread. The Tartarian, or Old World, idea often points to precisely cut stone, oversized public buildings, buried lower floors, star forts, domes, towers, ornate government buildings, and structures that seem found, rather than built. The wizard's practical interpretation was this. Even if Tartaria, as popularly described, is not proven, the mystery remains valuable because it forces us to re-examine architecture, lost craftsmanship, erased communities, and forgotten engineering. That is where the real research begins. Other drowned memory sites. The wizard listed other places worth studying: Lake Lanier, Georgia; Oscarville; cemeteries; old roads, structures, Indigenous and Civil War memory; Ozark reservoirs, Bull Shoals, Table Rock, Norfork, Beaver, Greers Ferry; Lake Mead, flooded settlements and native sites along the Colorado River; 3 Gorges Reservoir, China, massive cultural and archaeological displacement; Aswan High Dam, Lake Nasser, Egypt, Nubian displacement and relocated temples; Quabbin Reservoir, Massachusetts, towns deliberately removed and flooded for water supply. The wizard's research method. The wizard decided the right path was not blind belief. It was investigation. For each site, gather Pre-dam survey maps, archaeological reports, cemetery relocation records, old Sanborn fire maps, county plat maps, newspaper archives, oral histories, sonar scans, litter data, Army Corps records, university archaeology papers, local museum records. Then compare. What was there before? What was documented? What was moved? What was left? What became inaccessible? Who benefited? Who lost memory, land, or lineage? Final entry. The wizard opened his notebook and wrote, "Water can generate power, but it can also erase memory." Then added, "Not every flooded valley proves a conspiracy, but every flooded valley deserves a proper historical accounting." And finally, the real treasure may not be proving one grand cover-up. It may be recovering the stories, stones, graves, maps, and engineering wisdom that were drowned before anyone asked enough questions. The cats looked up. One blinked slowly. The wizard took this as approval. God bless. Global Robotics Corporation. Robert Coley.